I'm starting this tutorial with a liner, and I'm lining my lash line and upper waterline, so I don't have to deal with it later and potentially mess up everything. I'm also applying a thin layer of concealer, and I'm setting it with a translucent powder. You can skip this step if you don't have transparent eyelid like I do. As you can see, I'm not using a makeup brushes. These are all painting brushes and they look dirty because I just used them. The first one from the left is actually a nail art brush and I bought it on eBay, and the rest of them are just from some random arts and crafts store. If you don't have these loose pigments, you can try scraping off some eyeshadows and create the paint that way. Or you can just use actual aqua colors for face painting, which I don't have. Well, I do, but not in enough shades. For creating that watercolor effect, I'm using the Mayron mixing liquid, which is alcohol based and it dries pretty quickly on the skin. I usually mix it with some Fix Plus from MAC to make it less drying on my sensitive lids. A lot of you ask me if you can use Duraline from Inglot, and sure you can, but you might go through that bottle pretty fast. I forgot to test it with the setting spray, which I think it might work, because it has some binding agents and alcohol, so it doesn't take a lot to dry. And you need to let it dry between the layers if you want that saturated colors, especially on the edges. From my experience, if it doesn't dry fast enough, it starts to separate, the paint that is. And then you just mix it like you did in school. I'm mostly using just two brushes. One is for applying the color, and the second one that I just dip in the mixing medium with just a little bit of pigment is used for thinning out the color or blending, if you will. The next step is hard to describe because it's like explaining the process of painting. You just have to make sure that that shape is in harmony with your eye shape and your eyebrows. If doing this for the first time on your eyes feels too intimidating, try on your hand first. That's how I was practicing. Don't try to copy this exact shape, but rather let the brush flow and do its thing. You can easily correct the shapes if some of them just don't feel right. I was never able to recreate the same shape twice, and I think that's the beauty of this look. And by the way, if you get a glimpse of my other eye, I was testing the colors and the white balance on that side. When I was talking about achieving the harmony, if you're not sure about that, take some pictures and analyze the shape. Does it make your eye look droopy? Or does the whole shape just looks unflattering? Don't worry, it happens to me even after I've done it so many times. More often than not, I'll see something in a photo that I didn't see in the mirror. Then I'm taking that nail art brush and mixing some black on the palette to create that crisp lines. You can use the eyeliner brush if you don't have that specific brush. And then I'm creating that signature squiggly sharp lines that I like to add in a lot of my looks. And when it comes to these squiggly lines, the less you try to control it, the better it turns out. Keep in mind that this was my first time doing this look on the camera and my hand was shaking in some parts. Like this weird move, but we'll call this happy little accident, like Bob Ross would say. The next step, you can use any sparkly pigment or even a glitter, and here I'm mixing it with a thicker medium so it's easier to apply and make thicker layers. For this look, I'm using some airy and wispy lashes that won't cover the design, and I have no idea where I got this from. I think they are from AliExpress. And I'm finishing the look with some highlighter because my cheek will be in the shot. And that's it for this artsy tutorial. Tell me how you like it, and if you have some questions, leave them in the comments. And also, if you decide to recreate this technique, please tag me on the Instagram so I can see it, and I'll see you next time. Bye!